Finding the joy in simple pleasures in the holidays can bring back the magic we felt as kids. Most of my memories aren't of presents, but of experiences and moments I shared with family and friends. Whether it be sledding down Mount Trashmore, or baking cookies with my dad, or sipping hot cocoa in the car while we drove around looking at Christmas lights, here's what nobody tells you about getting older. You have to create your own holiday magic. So I create holiday bucket lists to make sure I take time to enjoy the moment and find my joy. Here's everything I'm doing this year to create my own Christmas magic. So I started creating holiday bucket lists in order to guarantee that I did the things that I wanted to do during the holiday season. Because you always have so many plans, but you don't always get to them. And I got tired of not doing the things that I wanted to do. Now, I will admit I have done some of the things on this list already, but some of the things are coming up. So I'll just let you know as we go along the way. The first thing on this list is that I wanted to go to a holiday market. So the DFW area has a couple Christmas markets throughout the season, but I wanted to go to the Etsy Jingle Bash, and which I did go to, and it was actually much better this year than I thought it would be. I've been a couple times before and been disappointed, and sometimes I've been really happy, but it's a market that has different crafters and artisans and I guess chefs, because they have food there as well. And I picked up a few pieces of art and jewelry. I was supposed to get Christmas gifts that did not happen appropriately. I just didn't see anything. But it was a lot of fun. They also have a spring bash. If you're in the DFW area, it's near Southside Lamar. So I went to that. I'll go to the spring bash as well. And then funnily enough, the next day I went to a Christmas market in Richardson with one of my girlfriends. I will list the account that I found that has all the holiday markets for the season in the DFW Metroplex. So if you're interested in your local, you can go as well. The second one was not as good, but they did have more Christmas gift type of things, and so I still liked it, but I told my friend I'll take her to the Spring Bash by Etsy as well next year. Next, I want to watch a holiday movie at least once a week. So I love cheesy Christmas movies. I love Hallmark movies. And for some reason, I don't watch them. I don't know why. Like, I have to make myself sit down to watch them. So I said, I want to try and watch at least one a week. I follow this, or I listen to this podcast on Patreon called More Women AB, and they love, like, it's the best friend duo, and they love corny Christmas movies. So they have a couple that they watch every week. So I'm going to try and keep up with that list and follow along with them. Some of them are Hallmark, some of them are Amazon and Netflix, but that's my goal. We have not watched any so far, but it's only the 5th, so there's still time. But I like movies like The Holiday and Love Actually and stuff like that. So, and Home Alone. My plan is to watch cheesy Christmas movies. Along those same lines, I also want to read holiday-themed books. Now, I'm quite the reader. I don't know if I've ever actually shared that. Like, my reading goal this year was 12, and I think I've read 63 books this year. Maybe 65. I have to check. Clearly, I have surpassed the goal. But I want to read basically a Hallmark movie and a book. I like romance, I like fantasy, I like romantasy, and I love it if I have a Christmas theme. I've already read 2 Christmas books this year, and a third. I do like a little spice, I'm not gonna lie. I can't think of the names of any of the books I've read so far, but if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them. But yeah, I like to end my night reading, so I'm trying to read as many holiday books as I can while I'm still in this season. Next, I would like to do a puzzle. So I used to be a big puzzler as a kid, and then I got out of the habit, and then a couple years ago, I bought a Christmas-themed puzzle from Rifle Paper Co. It's basically the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree at the skating rink as well, and then a scene around it. And I did it, I think it was last year or the year before, and it was so soothing. It was so nice. So I'd really love this year to just take a couple of days, do my puzzle, have a Hallmark or a Christmas movie on, and just sit and chill and relax. And I'm trying to do things that get me off my phone. And I really enjoyed that, so I'm going to try and do that again this year. And then I think I also should get a couple more puzzles too, so I can add to this tradition. I said I wanted to go to a holiday-themed event, and in my mind, it was going to be like a pop-up or something, but I've already done this one. I saw that the Mariah Carey Christmas concert was coming to town, and I have always wanted to see Mariah Carey do her Christmas show. And it's normally only in California or New York. She never tours for it. So when I saw it was here, I bought tickets right away, and it was so much fun, y'all. If you have the opportunity to go, I highly recommend going. First of all, people dress up, which I didn't makes sense. I just didn't put that together when I had bought the tickets and stuff, but I went on TikTok and I saw so many people dressed up like they're going to the most glamorous Christmas party. So there's sequins, there's Santas, there's velvet, there's glitz, there's glam. It was a feast for the eyeballs. I wore a red sequin dress, and she does her holiday hits off of both albums, but she also does like a little segment of her hits from the 90s and 2000s. It was really good. If you have an opportunity to go, I suggest you try and get tickets because it was so good. This next one I actually did 2 days ago, but I wanted to go to see a Christmas movie in theaters. So I had to book this actually mid to early November. So I'm telling you if you would like to do it. But I saw Love Actually, which I've seen Love Actually several times before, but I hadn't remembered all of the side stories because there's 8 romantic relationships in there, which I kind of forgot about. But it was really good, and I never got to see it in theaters the first time around, so it was really fun and cute. But there's tons of them if like you want to do it. They have Home Alone, they have National Lampoon, they have The Holiday. I tried to get tickets to The Holiday and that was sold out. But if you want to go, they also will sometimes put the Nutcracker, the ballet, in theaters so you can watch it. But if you want to go, book it early. I think it's all sold out for the season and it's only the beginning of December. But it was such a fun experience and I recommend it. And it's like a cool way to get out the house but still have your cozy holiday time. I do this every year, but I kind of want to mix it up. I want to do some holiday baking. Normally, I bake brownies to bring to Christmas, but I would also like to bake cookies this year. I don't know what kind of cookies. I do have stuff for chocolate chip cookies, but I'm still going to bake the brownies because I know my family watches my videos. I'm still going to bring the brownies, but I would also like to make cookies as well. And maybe I'll decorate them, but normally my tradition is to watch the Nutcracker. Sometimes I watch the New York City Ballet version. I just pull up whatever version on YouTube while I bake and then just sit and make a night of it. But I would like to do more holiday baking because I really enjoy baking and I think it would be really nice. I've seen the Nutcracker on stage once, and I think it was probably 20 years ago. And I love the ballet. I love live performances. And so I said, this year, I would like to go see the Nutcracker. The tickets are booked. The date is set. I'm going to make a dress for it. I will make a video out of that. I haven't really decided what I'm wearing because it's going to be a matinee show, but I'm very excited to see it. I just think it's a quintessential thing to do while it's the Christmas season or the holiday season. So that is just one thing. I'm happy I'm going to get to see it as an adult, basically. This last thing, and then we'll have a couple honorable mentions, but this last thing is so simple, but for some reason, it's hard for me to do. I would like to intentionally go see Christmas lights. Let me set the scene. I would like to have hot cocoa with marshmallows and a candy cane in my thermos and either drive or walk around the fancy neighborhoods and look at the Christmas lights display. Some years I do go to, if you're in DFW, Grand Prairie, the Parade of Lights, or like it's this thing that you drive your car through and it has all these Christmas lights displays. Some years I've done that, but this year I just would like to go to the neighborhoods and drive around and look at the Christmas lights because I love when people deck out their houses. If you have 10,000 blow modes in your yard, that is my thing. I want to see the blow modes. I appreciate people who decorate for the holidays. So I want to do that and see it. I'm just going to pick a day. I've been driving around actually and kind of peeking to see if people have decorated their houses yet. Some have, some haven't. It's still early, but that is something that I want to do this year, and I'm probably going to do it next week. There's no reason for me to delay this any longer. So I have a couple of honorable mentions, things that I'm not doing this year, but if you want ideas of what to add to your holiday bucket list. So like I said before, if you're in the DFW Metroplex, or I'm sure anywhere, any city has this, but like a parade of lights, something to drive your lights through, and Grand Prairie, where it's basically they have all these Christmas lights displays and sculptures and things like that. That's such a fun thing to do. It's pretty inexpensive. Like you just pay for the price of the car, and however many people you can fit in the car is how many people go. But my girl cousins and I, we all go and we make a thing out of it. Like they bring their kids and then we have like treats and snacks in the car and we take lots of pictures and stuff. So it's just a fun tradition we do. And I do recommend if you have something like that in your city to do it. Another thing that's local that I don't think I'm going to do this year, but I did do last year if you're watching my blogs, is in Grapevine, Texas, which is considered the Christmas capital of Texas. I don't know how official that is, but they decorate the whole town, like the old school Main Street town, and they all decorate and have sculptures and like lighting fixtures and installations. It's very cute. I have a YouTube short about it, so maybe I'll link to that if I can remember. But and it's free. It's free to just walk around and look at all the decorations, and it's so cute. And it's just a nice time. Again, set the same. Bring your hot cocoa, bring your beverage. Just walk through the town, look at Christmas lights display, and you're allowed to gawk because that is what everyone is doing while they're over there. So I highly recommend it. It's just a fun experience. Two more things. One is they keep changing the name, but it's basically called Enchant, and they have it all around the country. But it is when it's a Christmas light display with sculptures, and they have a maze, and they have an ice skating rink. In Texas, it's in Dallas area, it's in Arlington at the ballpark. I know they have it in San Antonio and Houston. I also know they have it in Seattle and California. So like I said, all around the country, but it's very cool. I have been a couple times, but it is a cool thing. Oh, they also have a Christmas market there too, like in the beginning and the front. So I do recommend it if you are thinking about doing it. And then the last thing they have is called the Gaylord Hotel chain, which is owned by the Gaylord family. So it's in Texas and it's also in Tennessee and I think somewhere else too. And they have this thing called ice. And basically they have these ice sculptures that they put in like their ballrooms or something like that. And then they have indoor sledding and like snowballs and everything. And they have a theme and you can walk through the whole exhibit. This year it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. One year it was Charlie Brown. Another theme was Christmas Around the World. It's very cute. They give you these big parkas that you have to wear because it's so cold in there to keep the ice from melting. It is a cool experience. I would say if you do it, try and do it early in the day or on an off time and whatnot because it can get quite crowded. And then you can also go through the Gaylord Hotel and see all of their Christmas because they decorate the hotel for Christmas too, and it's very cool. That is how I'm creating my own Christmas magic this year. This is everything that I have put on my holiday bucket list. It's only 9 things. And I think that's attainable. We don't need to shoot for the stars. And it's okay if I don't do everything on my bucket list. If you make holiday bucket lists or you make Christmas bucket lists, please let me know what you plan on doing this holiday season. Have you ever tried it before? Comment down below. If you like this video, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.